Hey everybody, it's Romania Black, and today we're doing a very special, probably the last one that we do, a very special between volumes 22 and 23 of Attack on Titan. I did this, it doesn't seem like that long ago, but I guess it has been. Before we started part 2 of season 3, we looked at No Regrets, and I was asked to look at Lost Girls. Now, there are 2 volumes of Lost Girls. I don't think they're in color. They were in 2 separate volumes. There was not a deluxe edition that I could purchase. They were 2 entirely separate volumes. So I wanted to go ahead and read these before I got to the comments. So next week I'll be addressing the comments from volumes 22 and hopefully 20 into 23. So that's the goal anyway. But I did want to look at these volumes. It had been requested that I do it before we dive into season 4, and Volume 22 ended right, when we think season 4's content's about to begin, so what better time than to do this? So I'm really actually excited to dive into these because I feel like the OVAs for Lost Girls were fine. I do feel like when I watched them, I don't think I could appreciate them like I could now. Like No Regrets, I feel like I had a very similar feeling with No Regrets, except the manga for No Regrets turned out to be a lot different than the OVA, so I was like, oh, this is cool. So I've not rewatched Lost Girls, the anime reactions, in a long time, and I remember at the time, it just felt like something extra that I was doing on top of doing the reactions for the seasons. So I don't think I had as good of an appreciation for them, and I definitely was probably not looking at them in the context of the series as a whole. Because here's the thing, and realizing this as I bought the manga, Hiroshi Seko is the one who wrote the story for these series, and then Ryosuke Fuji does the artwork, at least for Volume 1. If Volume 2 is different, we'll note that. But so it's not Isayama that has done the screenplay. It is someone else. But I do think that because they've translated and animated it, that obviously Isayama probably approved it. So I'm going to be curious, 1, if we get any more interviews with Isayama. I think that'd be cool if we did. And then 2, to see how it's going to connect in with season 4 content as we go. But I agree. I'm glad to look at it now than wait until season 4 gets too crazy, right? Because a few things happen in season 4. Nothing crazy, just a few things. So yeah, I'm really excited. But before we start this, I do want to give a special shout out over to Patreon, to our philanthropy tier. I'm super, super grateful for all the support that I get with these reactions on my channel, both from YouTube subscribers as well as on Patreon. But the philanthropy tier on Patreon, they get all the perks of all the other tiers, but they also get to break ties and polls if we ever have them. And they get special shout outs in my video, at least a couple times a week. And when I can get those shout outs in. So I want to give a special shout out to those that are philanthropy tier members this month right now. Thank you so, so much for going above and beyond and just being awesome people in general. So a special thanks to Edgar, to Dana, to Alex Cornejo, to Be Happy, to Kiri, to Nameless Monster, to Shimoyama, to Argent, to Matthew Palfenier, as well as Tyrone, Anime Annie, Eric, Sunspots, Translucent Men, Legatus, Goob, Anna, and yeah, thank you all so much. I really, really appreciate all of the support, all of my love, of course, but thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. So yeah, I don't know exactly what to expect. We're going to be looking at Annie's first, which I think is appropriate. We'll finish out with Mikasa's. I'm assuming from what I can remember from the anime, Annie's was dealing with her time in the military police right before she went off to go after Eren. If I'm remembering correctly, that's right, and then we get her backstory too, which I think will be helpful to know as we're going into season 4 content, because spoilers, we're going to see Annie again, right? And then Mikasa's I'm excited to see because, again, Mikasa in the manga has been very different than the anime, at least in terms of all the characterization she's gotten. It's been very subtle in the manga, but I'm going to be curious. She's a key player in this last part, right? Because, she's had her and Armin are key players because they had the connection with Eren, and they're the ones that Eren's trying to save. So I feel like it's very important to know a little bit about Mikasa's mentality throughout all this. And hopefully we'll get something with Isayama talking about him working collaboratively with the author and the artist here. So we'll see, right? But we got a lot of manga to get through, so let's just go ahead and get started. We're going to examine Lost Girls, Volumes 1 and Volume 2, and we're going to do that here in 3, 2, 1, and let's look at this, y'all. Yeah, I really like this cover. Of course, tying back to Annie, all of her her famous pose, right? Oh, wow. Oh, we get, maybe the whole thing's not going to be in color. Maybe it is. Nice. Wall Sheena, goodbye. Oh, Carly Stratman, chapter 1. Interesting. I love that shot of Annie with her hair down. It looks really pretty. And you get like the bottle, there's just clothes everywhere and a book and boots. She's not really, what's interesting is that Annie, you would think she's a very neat person just by how she presents herself. But the fact that she's just kind of like loosely doing things shows that she doesn't really care about the state that she's in. And that could tie to the fact that she's going to eventually be killing these people, so she's not getting invested, right? Oh, wow. I like that shot of Annie with her hair down. I want to see more shots of Annie with her hair down. Can we do that, manga series? Can we show Annie with her hair down? I think she looks really pretty. She looks a little bit like a female Armin, which is going to be hilarious when Armin goes and visits her later. And we haven't really gotten that either, so that's going to come back too. Yep, the barracks with the military police. I like this style, though, of drawing her. Ooh, yes. Oh, wow. Oh, I love the recontextualization of her at Trost, seeing the people, their bodies skewered, the big mass that they find with all the bodies in it. Wow, that is a very cool recontextualization of why she's so freaked out, like the trauma she has. Oh, and then she says, I'm sorry. Uh-huh. But there's no point in thinking about it. What must be done no matter what. I'll caption Aaron Yeager. I just, her like Bertolt and Reiner pushing it back, just saying, nope, we just gotta do it. We just gotta do it no matter what. And then Hitch comes in. Again, Annie's room is just kind of like trashed. Or is that Hitch's room? Hitch's room is trashed too. Because she's going on a date, right? And Annie just pulls it in a bun. She's like, no, I don't really feel like it. I love Hitch's character. I know I've said that in the reactions, but I really like, and I like that the Lost Girls here kind of establishes a little bit more of her relationship with Annie, which is going to come back in season 4. So I like that. I feel like it was nice to get this backstory here to know why that Hitch is close. Oh, the runaway. Oh, that's right. That's what this is about. She has to go find the runaway before she goes to the mission with Aaron. I forgot about this plot. I was like, who's Carla? But I was like, wait, Carla? Nope. Yeah, this is all a plot. Yep. What's this guy like? Your business tomorrow. Uh-huh. Oh, what's he like? A 15-meter Titan? She's talking about Aaron, but Hitch doesn't get the joke. And she's like, your humor needs some work. I'm like, no, she's being legitly serious. That what type of guy is Aaron like? Well, he's a 15-meter class Titan. Oh my God. Okay. It doesn't matter if I put in a report that says I couldn't find her. Why do I care? Okay, and then Marlo. Marlo looks good there. They did a good job drawing him. You're the only one who works on his days off. Of course Marlo would. Of course he would. Why would we be surprised? And then Marlo notices, I'll amuse myself by playing soldier. I like the idea of her playing soldier. Yeah. And then that comparing to Reiner and him like reverting and regressing into that as a coping mechanism. For her, it's kind of a coping mechanism too. She just doesn't want to acknowledge it, right? Carly Stratman, not Carla. The Marlene Company. Man, okay. Yeah, I forgot about all this. Crazy. It shows you how long it's been since I've watched this. Elliot G. Stratman. Again, it's kind of superfluous in the grand scheme of things, but I do like Annie being a detective and being a cop in all of this. I like the idea of Annie just like, she's just off on these random adventures. Why not? We want more Annie. It has been so long since we've seen her. I kind of miss her in the story because her character was so intriguing. And I guess it's a good way for Isayama to kind of write off her character for the moment because she connects so much to Aaron and Armin, and Isayama's like, they've got to go do their own things. They don't need to worry about Annie at this point. Interesting. And so he's looking for, getting her to look for his daughter. Hmm. These eyes kind of praise people. The job is to find my daughter. Easy peasy, seems simple enough, right? It's so weird to see characters in Attack on Titan smoking too. I don't know. Have we seen people smoking in Attack on Titan? Have we? I don't recall. So it's weird to see this guy like with the bottle of wine and the cigarette. Maybe we have. I feel like Kenny would have smoked. I feel like if Levi, wasn't concerned about his health, he would smoke, but for Levi, smoking is too hazardous. But I don't think I've seen any other character in Attack on Titan smoke, so it's weird to see a cigarette in this series. And so then Annie says, you don't know what your daughter normally does. Which is a nice way of Annie connecting with her own family, in which she seems like she doesn't think her family understands what she does either. That's a nice little connection there. And then they cooperated, but he's wondering now if the daughter felt different. That maybe they didn't have the good relationship they thought they had. Oh, and then there's somebody climbing over the gate. Interesting. I don't know what my daughter's thinking. I doubt any fathers do. Oh man, and I feel like that's a great idea of connecting too with Grisha and him not understanding Eren at all either, because so many times we see Grisha not understanding Zeke at all and Zeke's concerns and just ignoring them or not getting them. Or when Eren does things like when he murders the guy saving Mikasa, Grisha's like, why would you do this? And I'm like, you don't understand your own son. And sometimes the upbringing doesn't make any difference. So it's interesting that Annie points that out. And she notes that the butler and him are both a little odd. Yes. So then the material storeroom, her going there, like, let's start finding some clues, right? Finding some clues on this guy. The chairman of the Marlene Company. And they deal with wall merchants. Okay. I like that Annie gets so invested in this little side quest. It's fun. She's like, like she's just trying to Sherlock it. And then she connects that, being like, well, I can't call them a strange family if I don't look at myself, of me and my father. I could not disobey him. Our relationship was one of absolute obedience. And then Annie's like, let's see what we can find out. Carly was picked up for police questioning. And then here we go. I like this idea of her going into this rough tavern. Wayne Eisner. One of these people look they're drawn very creepily. Especially the guy at the table. Interesting. And then, oh my god, why does he look like Ryuk from Death Note? The guy looks like, with his eyes being kind of all buggy like that, he looks like Ryuk from Death Note. That's actually kind of hilarious. I love it. Annie's like, what's a pretty lady like you doing in a shady place like this? And she's like, I'm just here for the girl. Please help me find her. And then the bartender. Oh, yes. Oh, man. Him. That look. And Annie notices that look and what it means. A limeade. Annie would get a limeade. And then these guys. I just love Detective Annie. I would watch a whole series of just Annie and Armin going on detective adventures, and Armin's like Watson and Annie's like Sherlock. I'd watch a whole series of those. It's fun because Annie's personality is a little bit like Aaron's, but if you had Aaron and Armin, Aaron would just kill the people in the end. He wouldn't interrogate them. I'm kidding. I'm joking. Oh, yeah, that guy tried to, like, grope her, and she was like, are you freaking kidding me? No. How about we don't? Yes. Yes, and she just beats the snot out of them. I love it. Just looks so effortless here. The way she's drawn, she's like, I have battled Titans and Survey Corps members. Y'all are the least of my worries. So don't get in my way. I love it. I love it. It's great. Okay. She's like, I just want to find this guy. Oh. And then we have Carly being and we see the bartender like looking over her way too. But she stopped coming around 10 days ago. Okay, I like that Annie's just coaxing him. She's like, I might as well drink some ale while I'm here. I love her threatening these guys. It's great. I'm forgetting that all of this happened in the actual OVA, and I totally forgot about it. It's kind of crazy. And then he's like, I haven't forgotten anything. But I may know about Carly's lover. Interesting. Okay. I don't remember. Yeah, Carly and Wayne. So wait, was the bartender not the lover? I have forgotten most of the plot for this OVA, if I'm honest. I remember parts of Mikasa's, but Annie's I had completely forgot about. But her and the cat, yes! Yes! Oh my gosh, look at her and the cat. That's so cute. Annie being a cat person is really hilarious. I love it. She's like, whoa, what am I doing? I refuse to be one of those morons who enjoys playing soldier in this pathetic world. And I meant it when I said it, so why am I doing it now? Who knows? Is this to keep me from thinking about tomorrow's depressing mission? My life is full of things I don't get. Oh my gosh, yes. I've been forced to do what seemed meaningless martial arts training for as long as I can remember, and then I was sitting here, and now I'm just trying to carry out my mission. What has that brought about? And then there's Mark. Oh my god! So this artist, that is not a picture taken from the manga. None of these are. They're redrawings. So that individual had to redraw the scene of Marco's half-eaten body. And there's like ribcage bones sticking out. God, dude, girl, what? Tomorrow, I'm sure I'll find my hands stained by even more blood. And then the cat like coming up for her, and she just chalks it up to nerves. But honestly, I think it's so important that we see Annie from her point of view. She's like the villain of season 1. Honestly, Annie is each season has a main villain they have to face. Season 1 is Annie. Annie's the villain of season 1. Season 2, it becomes Bertolt and Reiner, and then it becomes Rod Reese. In season 2 and season 3, it becomes Bertolt and Reiner again, as well as Zeke. They are the villains, and then season 4, it's Aaron, along with, and then by season 4, it's just Aaron. Aaron's the villain. But I feel like it's so important at this point to see Annie just being a person, and we're supposed to root for her. But then when you think about it, you don't see the other Survey Corps or any other members in this series, in this manga, so you kind of forget that Annie's the antagonist, and now we're kind of rooting for her. So, and seeing her interact with the cat shows that she is human. She's no different than us. She just is pushed by this different agenda. It's interesting. I'm looking for Wayne Eisner. I'm looking for the Eisners, controls Disney, opulence. And so, yep, okay. And then she goes to the building. Oh yeah, and it's ransacked. It would get annoying if I came back alone. And she looks all over the place and cleans it up. Oh, yeah. The drawer in the basement. Oh, in the bed. Oh, boxes. Oh, there we go. I thought the body was in there. Oh, there was a body in the drawer, but no. It's corduroy. It's the drugs. Like somebody's watching me, and I have no... Oh, shit! God, why? Why? That freaked me out. No. Oh, shit, I'm with Annie. That was scary. Damn it, I got jump scared by a manga. It's been a long time since I've been jump scared by a manga. Son of a bitch. Damn it. Damn it. Yeah, but we don't know if that's Wayne or not at this point. Yeah. Man, that jump scared me. I was not ready for that manga to show the dead body's face. I knew it was coming, but I didn't think it'd just be there. Dang it. Okay, so it is Wayne Eisner. All right. Ugh. Uh-huh. Okay, so So they're like, can't leave the body here, but what do we do? I can't just tell the military police, but what can we do? If I can find Carly, I can say I found her before coming here. There we go. I like the idea of the door locking with the key. There's a subtle tie to like the basement that's interesting. It's fascinating to me, like the little subtle like tie in there. Okay. And then the illegal drug corduroy, and we're trying to figure out where Carly has gone to. And then, yes! A glass eye with a red pupil. Because that's one of the people that she was told to look out for. Oh my gosh! Look at this guy. Look at the way they're drawn. I will say that it is interesting seeing an actual published manga where the art style is not Isayama's, but the characters are still recognizable. It's very interesting. The way they draw Annie, though, is really pretty. I will say this. The people they hired to draw the manga so far, there's the side stories, clearly have a thing for the main characters because they draw them so well. I don't remember the side character being that goofy, though. Lou and Wald. Yeah, I don't remember Lou being that goofy, but you're in our way. Annie's like, I don't got time for this. I have things to do, please. I just need to find Carly. She's like, so I can get on with destroying all of you. It's one thing that makes this OVA kind of weird is I feel like the OVA, it's not so much the content that happens because it's all superfluous. It's not going to matter in the grand scheme of things, but rather it's identifying Annie's character and tying back to her past with her father and tying to how she feels about relationships. And that sort of thing, seeing her in action, seeing how she handles situations, speaks louder than any of this extra exposition that we're like, I don't even care or know. Although I do really give credit that the mangaka does a really good job drawing. They have the rings. Yep. Takes the ring so she can't turn into a titan. She's like, give it back to me. Okay. Oh. Yep. And then she slices her hand. Yep. Because you are that stupid. Yes. Okay. Oh, nice. There we go. Look at that. Oh, man. Nobody noticed, Nobody noticed, and there it is. Oh, it was just the arm. That's right. Man, if Hanji had been around... That is a really cool little detail with the ring in between its fingers. It kind of, again, we tie back to Eren. It ties back to Eren holding the spoon when it was just the arm. Look at that parallel. Look at that. I'm sure that was intentional, but that's fun. It's almost as if you're a titan. Well, you are correct, sir. Oh, dang. I forgot about him shooting her. I forgot about Lou shooting her and then being like, what the hell? But she can regenerate, so it's not like the end of the world, right? I forgot about that. Yeah. I think I remember watching the OVA and being like, but we know Annie doesn't die, so what the heck? And then realizing that, no, Annie's going to regenerate herself. It's fine. Where's Carly? And I love she's like, I've had a rough day, and my week's about to get even worse, so please help me. Please and thank you. All right. And then a titan. She's like, you said it yourself. And then he dies. Again, we never see the characters again, so why are we surprised? But then the guy Lou. I cannot believe I'd forgotten about this. Oh my gosh. With like the hole in her shirt and like the hole in her jacket. Yes. And she's ready to fight. I love it. Nice. Okay, and then all those guys going up again. I'm like, you guys should know. She looks so badass there. Who is this girl? I love her, like with the shadows on her. The artist does such a good job drawing her. That's so cool. Love it. And then Nosferatu here is like, where's my bullets? What's going on? Get in here and stay dead. It's like, nope. And then, yeah, using the glass. my gosh, I love it. Oh. If I ever find out you told anyone about me. And then Carly Stratman. June is busting out all over y'all. And then with the cigarette again. Huh. And Annie's like, if you tell me I wasted my entire time coming and getting you, I'm going to be thoroughly disappointed. She's like, I made the corduroy. And Annie's like, what? Like, what? What's going on? I have a degree with chemistry. It's so crazy to think about college in this world. It's so weird to think about there being colleges in the Attack on Titan world. I'm like, how do you do your university papers when there's a threat of a giant person coming and eating you and your family? How? What? I mean, I guess in Volcina it's normal because you never see the Titans, but I can't imagine, right? That's so bizarre. And then she goes into the making it. Her dad runs the operation. And he's like, you mean I've been had this entire time? What is this? It was time. Could we make it so that you never found me? And then why did you decide to make it? I tried to get it back for him. Okay. And then Annie's like, well, case solved, I guess. I like that. She goes back in and she's like, I need to change my clothes. And then Carly leaving. With the money and everything, and the bartender helps her get all that. We're old friends. Did you ever rebel against your dad? Well, yes, kind of. Annie's like, I sort of did. And then what happened? And Annie's like, I haven't ate anything since lunch, and I became a Titan, so I shouldn't have a lot of energy left. Okay, and then we get back to the part with the dad. I feel like this entire OVA, everything was just an excuse to get to this part here that's like a 5-minute conversation where she beats up her dad. I never oppose my father again. And then she gives her the limeade. Yep. And the donuts and all that. I do like the idea of... I wish I told you how to make another one. Annie is so weird sometimes and kind of socially awkward. Kind of like Aaron. I see why Armin, finds... Armin knows how to deal with Annie because he's grown up around Aaron. That's literally my headcanon, is that he is not at all fazed by Annie because he's like, I grew up with Aaron, so no, we're fine. We're good. And then Carly and Annie going, I won't be able to say goodbye to this pointless world until there's something I have left to do. Oh, makes me so sad. And then chapter 5, Annie Leonhardt. Oh, these rare cigarettes were once made inside the walls of Maria. The fine things in my life are slipping away. Which is, yeah, something that she can relate to when she has to be killed Wayne Eisner. He left you a note. You decided to kill him so that he couldn't go through with it. Interesting. I like Annie. Annie basically does the Sherlock thing where she unravels the mystery with Wald and Lou and him at the very end being like, and these are all the reasons that you did the things that you did. And then Marlo, or people are saying she's not here right now, she's on business. The cigarettes from the ashtray at Wayne's home too. With the red line. Yeah. I love Annie's like, I'm using the power of observation here. Nice, nice. Stop smoking those cigarettes. I love that Annie's like, quit it. You're going to make my hair smell bad. I love it. I love Annie taking charge and just being like, no. And her taking out the cigarette. I've had enough of it. I have to to be up some very early. She's like, I have to be up early in the morning to destroy the world, so get out of my way. Oh my God, I need to get some rest. She's like, but I can't rest until we just dispose of all of this. Oh, the liquid waste storage facility. Oh my God. And he's got the bricks all over his body. This is for my sake. Oh, and she goes through all the things, being like, he made sure to eat with his daughter and all that. And she relates to him the same way she relates to her dad. Interesting. If all goes well, I may be able to return to my hometown. Oh, that connection with Reiner and her face. Oh, that whole thing about hometown. Like, seriously. Come on now. And then the report that she gives. And then Hitch. The ribbon. If you want to meet guys, don't you think you should at least wear something like this? All of humanity is stunned by how unsexy you are. But whatever. It's not my problem. Oh, I love that Hitch was trying to look out for her, but then she crumpled it up being like, it's Annie's choice. And then Annie, what must be done no matter what. Complete your mission. You were born into this world so you could complete your mission. Oh, my father told me that every chance he had, but the day we parted ways, he said what I did was wrong. I don't care if you make the entire world your enemy. Even if every other creature alive comes to hate you, your father's on your side. So promise me you'll come back. And I can't go home until I complete my mission. Wow, everything in this scene, it's like a parallel and a contrast to Aaron in so many ways, because it's like Aaron taking Carla's words about you were born into this world, so thus you are free and you should be free to make your own decisions, is in direct contrast with Annie here saying you were born into this world to complete your mission, so you have to do your duty, versus Aaron being like, fuck duty. Like, that's basically it, right? There's such a contrast there. However, there is this idea here that Annie is like, your father is on your side, promise me you'll come back. And so Annie's like, I can't go home. I have to complete this mission so I can go back to see my father and be with him, the one person that supports me no matter what. And Aaron is like, Armin and Mikasa are the two people that support him no matter what. So he's like, I can't go home until I complete my mission to protect them so I can go back and see them again. And it's like, ugh. The contrast and the parallel is really, really well done. It's the only thing that I'm sure of. Wow, and that's just like Aaron too. He's like, whether we face heaven or hell on the other side, we're not going to know until we try, and this is all I know to do. Great. I love it. I love it so much. All right, afterward. The dirty back streets of Stohes District, the men and women who live there, their confusion, foolishness, and unique charm. I'm glad I had the opportunity to see all these things depicted by Mr. Fuji, and of course, Annie Leonhardt's actions as well. As soon as I began my manuscript for Lost Girls, I was struck by how easy it was to draw. Both the Titan world created by Mr. Isayama, as well as the storyline and plot provided by Mr. Seko, oh, so it's a man, were extremely easy to imagine, and getting to depict it was so much fun. I hope you all enjoyed Wall Sheena Goodbye, and that it made you think more about Annie, whatever that might have been. Nice! Yeah, I do. I do think that, if anything, Annie getting more into her character and seeing the comparison and contrast with others is really important. Nice. Oh my God. Oh, yes! The other story, the other Lost Girls. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot about the wolves and stuff. And the scarf. Oh, nice. See, this is one... I'm not saying that I didn't want to see Annie's story, because I did. But when they asked me to do Lost Girls, I was like, I really want to go back at Tamika Says now. I really want to revisit that one of all of them, because I think that one's going to be the one that's going to be most important going into season 4 to look at. Oh my god. Yep, Lost in the Cruel World. Thomas, Wagner, Knack, Tias, Milius, Zaramuski, Mina, Carolina. Oh god. Yeah, all these. I always remember Mina and Thomas. I forget Knack and Milius so much, but I always remember Thomas and Mina, because Thomas is like the first one that dies, and Mina's death is so like cruel. And then Aaron, chapter 1, Aaron Yeager. Oh my god, of course. They carried out the mission and died bravely in battle. Oh, I'm cold. Mikasa's drawn so beautifully here. With the butterflies. Is Hua Chong gonna come and rescue her? He should. She looks so pretty there. Oh. And then, yeah, the embroidery. Okay, so interestingly enough, the embroidery, this is keeping up with the anime. It's not the tattoo, it's the embroidery that's been passed down for generations. So, yeah, that's interesting. So whoever wrote this did not, it was before the tattoo was revealed, right? Or before they did not know about the tattoo and were not told that when they created this. They very much were basing this off the anime, which is interesting. Okay, and then there's Dr. Yeager. Look at Grisha. Look at Grisha looking so wholesome there. How about that? And then, oh, come on, Aaron. Don't be shy. Look at his little murder face. Look at him. Look at his little grumpy sourpuss face. Oh, my God. His cheeks are so round. I want to squeeze his little face. I want to squeeze it and be like, don't do the rumbling. Don't do the rumbling. Please stop. Oh, my God. And her, like, instant, like, interest at first sight. I love it. He's like, Aaron, come on. Aaron. And he's like, he's my only child. Zeke is weeping in the corner like, he's your only child, huh, Dad? Yeah, he's 9 years old like you, Mikasa. Mm-hmm. He has only one friend. And Aaron's like, I have more. So really friendly. I love these. It's like he only has one friend, which is Armin. Yep. Oh my God. And I love that Mikasa's like, I thought I was going to have fun with Mom and Dad today, not be stuck with this kid. Oh, Aaron holding like, is he holding like the Warhammer Titan above his head? Oh, this plot line. Oh my God. That they're going to have another kid. That her mom is pregnant. That's so awful. She thinks it's going to be a boy. Because it doesn't feel anything like when I was in her tummy. That's so sad. And look, there's Armin and Mikasa and them all having a picnic together. If it is a boy, I hope he becomes a great soldier. Yeesh. He's like, I'm going to join the Survey Corps and travel to the outside world. Ha! Ha! Oh, I know that Aaron says, yeah, there's Titans out there, which is why I'm going to slaughter. Aaron's like always had this like murder child intentions. He's like, I'm going to murder all of them. And she's like, wait, what? Your name is Mikasa, right? Don't tell anybody about what I just said. Don't tell my dad. And he's like, I'll bonk you if you do. She's like, oh, I won't. And then Aaron looks at the chickens. Why is Aaron looking at the chickens? What? Why does he care? Oh, because they're in a cage. Oh my God. Every single moment of Aaron's childhood has been focused on this, of being in a caged world. Oh my God. Everything he sees, he's like, can we free the chickens? Like we're going to be freed from the walls. Oh my God. No. Oh, Aaron, let's go exploring. And she's like, wait, what? And it's so interesting seeing Mikasa so scared here. Like she's scared of the outside world. And Aaron seems like so naturally inquisitive, and he has like the stick in his hands. Oh, this is where they run into the wolves, right? He's like, your dad hunts and your mom grows vegetables and does laundry and takes care of you. Your little brother is going to become a soldier after he's born. So what are you going to do? Oh, Aaron's like, so what's your role in this whole family dynamic? What are you doing? And she's like, I don't know. And then Aaron, like, his expressions are so well done in this. He's like, you're going to spend the rest of your life not knowing what you're going to do and follow your dad's instructions and never see anything but your home and the entrance of the forest without ever learning what's inside this forest. So that's the question, like, are you going to be ignorant your whole life and just do whatever you're told? And she's like, is that a bad thing? And Aaron's saying, no, it's not, but a life like that is no different than the life of a chicken in a cage. Yes. Yes. They never know what's going to happen to them, and they never know what's happening. So, yeah. And then one day they're suddenly eaten by you. You're the same as those chickens. Yep. If you live your life in ignorance, you'll still be ignorant the day you're killed. And she's like, death. She's like, why are we talking about death and encampment? And first she's like, what is going on? I love that Mikasa's like, what's your other friend been teaching you? You'll never learn what's inside the forest. Which is a nice metaphor that you need to know what's going on. Yep. She's like, I don't know what I want to do. She's like, we're only 9. Why are you presenting these existential ideas when we're 9 years old? Why is he saying these things to me? I thought I was supposed to spend the day learning about embroidery. Yeah. And then she starts crying and he's like, oh no. I like that Aaron is so serious and he's like, oh wait, no. And he gives her the handkerchief to wipe her eyes. I'm like, Aaron's just very intense. I love that he's very sweet there. He's just like, Aaron, your need for freedom is very intense. Mm-hmm. Oh my God. Beyond that is the wall. And one time I passed in the forest and go to the interior, so I know. The forest is way smaller than you think it is. Which is a nice reference to being like, we think we're in this wall and the world's very, small outside. But it's like, no, this is the small space, right? Once Aaron spoke to me, I stopped being scared. The forest, things aren't as scary as I think they are. The forest is way smaller than I think it is. Being like, yeah, the unknown seems scary, but when you contextualize it and realize what it really is, it's not that scary. And it's like, okay, that's cool. I like that he tells her that. It's like Aaron's words took whatever was haunting the forest and wiped it away. And then Aaron's like, I didn't mean to say all that. I didn't mean to go into like a big crisis mode. I'm always sick of being told what to do by adults. He's like, I'm kind of going through a rebellious phase. I have been since I was like 2. Having to follow rules. I'm fed up with following rules. I'm like, of course, Aaron's going to be fed up with following rules starting next volume, right? And then the wolves. I love the way they're drawn in this. Aaron and Mikasa are drawn so good. Uh-huh. And then Aaron grabbing her hand and getting away. You must witness what is happening there. Oh, something was urging her to go there. Oh my God. Wow. And then the wolves are eating oh my God, why is it so gory? They're eating like the travelers. Oh my God. And then Aaron, of course, steps in front of her to save her. Oh, but I'm like, that is so gruesome and grisly. It's so weird because Mikasa and Aaron look so cute there, and then you juxtapose it with them looking so grisly there. What? Oh, and then something chased them off. But was it Mikasa? You said I'd be killed, and I'll be ignorant till I die. What's going to kill me? A great power. A great power is going to kill you. I can't remember. Is the great power like knowing too much, or what is the great power? I don't want Mikasa to die. Oh my God. And Aaron's like, we found bodies, Dad. And Grisha's like, I can't take you anywhere. Your mother was right. You don't need to go anywhere. And they'll tell the military police. And Aaron's like, we'll see you later. I'm glad I came into your life, made you have an existential crisis at age 9, and showed you dead bodies and made you question death. Bye! See you soon when things go really south. Okay, slave traders. Oh, she's just sick from being pregnant with the kids. Every 10 days, Aaron was going with him. Yeah. And they entered the forest again. What's interesting is I thought in the anime it was like the first time Aaron came to see Mikasa, but I guess that's not the case, right? Or no, maybe he had seen her before and this is just filling in those gaps. I like that Aaron spent time with Mikasa and played dolls in her room and never complained not once. Oh my God, and the dolls look like ones on the ground look like Reiner and Aaron back to back, and that one looks like Armin. I like that Aaron's like, why? There's nothing wrong with playing with dolls. Nothing at all. And then she's like, the chickens lay eggs, so we're not going to eat them. Oh. I want Aaron to like go on a tangent being like, but you're trapping them within this isolated area. Why don't you let them be free range chickens? Why are you condemning them to a life of servitude? Just imagining 9-year-old Aaron being like, I want my chickens to be free range. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yep. And we'd meet again 10 days later. And then Armin, who's he? Oh, he's super smart. He knows all kinds of stuff. She's like, I wonder if he knows how children are made. Even I know that. Yeah, a huge bird comes in the middle of the night. It's probably on its back or something. Oh my God. I love it. How does it put the baby inside your mom's stomach? I like that they're both like the parents are looking over there. It must be use its mouth or something. Oh, I love that Grisha and Mikasa's mom are laughing, being like, its mouth. Well, that's not how it works. But I love that they're just like laughing about it. That's funny. Aw. No wonder Aaron's so clueless. He thinks that babies are coming out of the mouth of birds. One day Armin and I are going to the outside world. Wow, the mom is friend zoning hard, being like, those two, they're just like siblings. Oh, and she's showing him the praying mantis that she picked off of the vine. Oh my God. Man, the mom is not supporting the Aaron and Mikasa ship. Oh, and Grisha's like, Mikasa, that's a person in Kruger's memories. I guess it's important that they know her, that they know each other. All right. My way of knowing he saw me as a friend, it made me happy. Oh. And then Shiga and Sheena. That's so sad that she I like that she said that she viewed Aaron as like a friend because they could talk about anything. And then, yep, I want to meet Aaron sooner or later. Oh, and she draws him with the scarf and makes a little doll out of him. Oh my gosh. What? Oh, okay. And then she has a fever. He's like, why don't I start coming every 5 days? And I'll make sure to bring Aaron with me. And so I got to see Aaron every 5 days instead of 10 days. Man, Grisha was making a lot of... There must not have been a lot of plagues or sickness in Shiga and Sheena because him coming every 5 days, that's like every week. That's, he had nothing else to do. And then the mom there, yep. Aww. What happened to you? Oh, he got into a fist fight with some neighborhood boys. And Aaron's like, they're a bunch of cowards. I love that she's just like, what the heck? They don't think the walls will ever be broken. If you say if you want to go outside, they'll call you a heretic. That's the kind of world this is. Oh my God, Aaron. All of them have gotten used to living like cattle. They're a bunch of cowards. Oh, those eyes. I love the way they draw Aaron's eyes. And then Mika's saying, why do you want to go outside the wall? And he basically talks about the same stuff that Armin talks about. The world is way bigger than inside the walls. Doesn't it sound amazing? We can't go outside the wall for another 5 years. We can join the Survey Corps when we're 12 and train for 3 years. Isn't that bizarre that you could join this military group at 12 years old? Isn't that bizarre? I feel like it is. I feel like it's very strange, but I'm sure it happens in real life. I just couldn't imagine a 12-year-old in my country doing that. It's weird. And then she's like, I don't really want to join the military corps, but that's cool that you want to. And the hat, Dr. Yeager forgot it here. Oh, and she goes, that's when she went to go take the boat to go see him. And she had her like little bento box. That's cute. Oh, and she got to take the hat inside Shiga and Sheena. Man, they just let this little girl, 9-year-old girl, go on her way. That's fun. Look at Aaron! What's up? Oh my God. That's like his face. Look at him. He just looks like a little dumpling. He's like kind of like short and pudgy there. She's like, hey. Oh my God, what is that? What is that? The Kiros have returned. Oh, wow. And then they're going to connect that to the moment that Keith Shaddis comes back with Moses and all this. Oh, uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yep. If Aaron joins them. And that sparks the idea that she's like, I really don't want that to happen. And then Mikasa's like, oh no, Aaron, don't. Oh my God. Yes, no. Oh. Oh, them beating him up. I forgot that they did this. Oh. Oh my God, Aaron, in that face. That face. I'm like, you're 9 years old, kid. Oh. Poor Aaron. That sucks. And then Mikasa, won't you forgive him? No, he feels the same way. Oh my God. Oh my God. And Mikasa was like, do I take this broken glass and stab them in the face with it? Oh my God. And this idea that neither side wants to come to the table to talk about things, so nothing good will come till then. Oh my gosh. Oh. Oh, very naughty boys need to be punished. That's so awful. And then Aaron saying, I'll kill them all. Oh my God. Oh. Huh. The idea of them, of Aaron being like, all that violence in the system. Oh my God. Oh wow, Carla's drawn so well there. Yeah, she looks a lot like Aaron. That's pretty. Poor Aaron, like just got beat to a pulp. Oh my gosh. And Mikasa being like, what do we do? I can't stop Aaron. I don't think anyone can. Oh my God. Well, what now? And he's like, don't tell anyone, not a soul. All I can do is keep my promise to him. Oh. Because, yeah, if this were part of the canon, it would explain why Aaron has such, like, a negative view of society, because they've just beaten him up, right? Either beaten him up or given him a savior complex. And then Mikasa with him waking up and seeing the birds outside. Oh. And seeing the birds fly over the wall. Oh, like, Carla, sorry you didn't have any fun when you came here. Instead, you'd watch your best friend get beaten up. And then Aaron's sleeping. Oh, Aaron probably won't tell anyone what happened. Grisha getting it to be looked into. Oh. Aaron always seems like he's mad at something. That rage of his is going to take him to a very dangerous place before he even realizes it. Well, I decide to take Aaron to the mountains where you live. Oh. He could live with you, surrounded by nature. Something might change inside of him for the better. What happened then might have been something Aaron brought upon himself. Something inside of him could have drawn him to it, as if it was his destiny. Something wicked and dangerous, a great power. A great power none of us can see. And Aaron is so upset because this is what encages him. Oh my God. Ah. So is it suggesting that the great power is that sense of being encaged that Aaron's like, no, I can't have it, but it's also suggesting that great power is going to be what kills Mikasa? I'm like, Aaron would not kill Mikasa. There is no way. No. I highly doubt that. She's one of the ones he's trying to protect. But yeah, I like this as it's theorized that Grisha wanted to do like a setting molding, like a nature versus nurture. He wanted to like take Aaron to the woods to like be one with nature and away from society so he could like maybe get to be better. But I'm like, there's wolves and shit out there. Aaron probably take his aggression out on them. Perhaps you are the only one able to protect Aaron from that great power. What are we saying? What? Me? She's like, I didn't ask for this responsibility. So Grisha is suggesting that Mikasa may be the one that has to fix Aaron. You're the key. You're his keeper. You're the one that has to like get Aaron to not do stupid shit. Come on, hold him accountable. Which is kind of what Mikasa becomes a little bit when she like bops in the head to keep him in check. But I'm like, is that also suggesting in the final parts that she's gonna be the one to like, she'll be the one to stop Aaron and not Armin? All these hints, all this foreshadowing. How dare? And he didn't come for the checkup. For the next, so she didn't see him for like 2 weeks. Aaron was grounded. That's why he didn't go. She wanted to send him a letter. Oh. Wow, and he just didn't come back. Oh. He's never coming back. Please let me see Aaron again. Oh. And then that's when Grisha wanted her to come to Shiganshina to move near them. It's so interesting that Mikasa's dad looks nothing like her at all. Okay, and then 5 days later. Wow, so she's pretty far along at this point, right? She's far along at this point, much farther along than she is in the anime when she dies. So does this take a different turn than the OVA? Okay, Aaron's out right now. He's off playing with some boy named Armin. And then Hannes. Okay, got a minute. Anytime somebody says got a minute in the series, it's not good. The 2 men that roughed up Aaron. Wait, are the 2 men that roughed up Aaron going to be the ones that he ends up killing that attacked Mikasa and her mom? Oh. They're dead. Oh no, it was an accident. Oh. They were hit by a carriage and the other was kicked by a horse. Oh, wow. It's karma, right? That they got what they deserved. Because it's like, why are we to judge that? Oh. Oh, man. And then she's seeing... Oh, she's seeing her mom. Oh, this is like... Oh. So wait, was this an alternate timeline? Is that what this was? Was this... Yeah, this was an alternate timeline, wasn't it? That they went and sat in and she kept seeing, like... She kept seeing them coming in. So the ones in the original timeline that killed her parents were the ones ate by wolves in this timeline. Okay, that's right. That's what it was. The Survey Corps is gone. Oh, yeah, this is... I'd forgotten this part, too, that this is an alternate reality. Yep. Where the Survey Corps no longer existed. They sealed the walls and no one could go outside. And that's why Aaron's so upset. So we decided to go on an airplane. Oh my God, what? You're building an airplane? What? Yeah, this is one where it should be clear that it's a dream. A machine that flies like a bird. Wow, and seeing this before season 4, okay. All right. They tried to go out on an airplane 2 years ago, but failed and died. Well, it was a hot air balloon, but, you know, okay. The only one to protect him from the great power is you. Oh my God, Grisha to Mikasa. That isn't what Aaron wants. Protecting Aaron means making him give up on the outside world. Oh, okay. She's like, but if I protect him, it's taking away his freedom. I can't stop Aaron. And it's so foreboding, but she's saying, I can't stop him because stopping him would take away his freedom, and I love him too much to do that. And then Aaron's like, look at this, isn't it weird to see a butterfly? Can I ask you one thing? Don't die. We'll meet again once we get settled in the outside world. We'll come back to get you. Oh, and Aaron's scratching his face. Oh, don't die. Like, that has so much context now, because he's like, now that he's outside the wall and he gets settled, you know, and he settles the world, then he'll come back for Mikasa. I'm gonna let you borrow this. Oh, the scarf. Oh, look at that. Oh, her little face. Take good care of it until I get back. Oh my God. Be well. You too. Oh my gosh. Oh. And him just walking away like he's cool or something. Mirror Man. That's what I was waiting for. The Mirror Man, I remember. Yeah. My mom was close to giving birth. And then I had the butterfly here. Okay, and then there's the festival, right? I feel great now that the Survey Corps is gone. Oh my God! Here's to eternal peace! Oh my God, what? Aaron would get mad if he heard that. Yeah. Oh my gosh. And it's so crazy because there's Aaron like leading her through the forest. And then Aaron, his hair's like kind of, it almost looks like it's grown out like in season 3 at the end of it. There. Mm-hmm. What did Aaron's face look like again? Oh. I'm going to have to live without Aaron being a part of my life. But I can't even remember Aaron's face. Which so connects to season 4 because she's going to be without him for a while. You're going to be killed by a great power. I still have time. I don't want that to be... Oh my God, and seeing her parents there. Oh. I'll meet Aaron one more time and see his face, and I'll never forget it again. Oh my God. Oh, and everybody like kicking her around doing this. I just want to see Aaron. Why is everyone getting in my way? Oh, and then hypnotize this little girl. Oh my God. The mirror. I'll turn her into a murderer before your eyes. I can do it. Nothing is impossible for the famed Mirror Man. Take a look at my face. Your friend. I can't let you go not like this, miss. I need to hypnotize you into becoming a murderer. Kill me. Oh my God. Wow. So you don't want to become a murderer? Well, that's too bad. The world's an unfair place. Humans don't want to be eaten by Titans, but Titans gobble them up anyway. How could it be more unfair? So, miss, kill me. Oh. Oh. My life is doing this over and over again. It's boring and pointless and unproductive life, and there's nothing I can do about it. I use hypnotism to manipulate a pure, innocent, helpless little girl and make her kill me in front of a giant crowd. My revenge on the world. And then she's like, Mister, who are you? How do you know Aaron? I'm no one, but I could be anyone. I love that you can't see like if they have hair or anything like that, right? You wandered here of your own volition, but you've stayed for too long. You have to go back to your place. If not, you'll never be able to return. You'll never be able to remember Aaron's face again and be stuck here the rest of your life. If you don't want that to happen, then kill me. Blood must be spilt if you want to go back home. Oh my God! Ah! So yeah, he's just basically like, it's such a great analogy to season 4. The idea of saying, well, your friend, Aaron, has made these choices. And if you want to see him again, and if you want to go back home, you're going to have to get your hands dirty because your friend is making it that way, right? So it's like just an analogy leading to her making the choice to kill the Jaegerists to go after Aaron. If you want to see his face again, then you've got to do these things. And going back to the whole thing with Marley, with the whole declaration of war, and then coming in, it's all tying back to that. You're free to stay here if that's what you want. You can go or you can stay. It's up to you. What are you going to do? She says, I want to meet Aaron. So it's like she could have stayed in Shiganshina when Aaron did the rumbling. She could have just stayed there and waited for him. But she wanted to go see him. Then hurry up and kill me, but I can't. It has to be for a second or two. I just need to see Aaron, but I'm not even allowed to do that. This world won't even allow that. If that's my world, I don't need it. This world should just crumble to pieces. And I'll... Oh, uh-huh. She's like, I shouldn't have to choose between seeing my friend and killing people. There should be another way. Right? Oh. And then someone's been stabbed. It's like, you know, the Mirror Man, is it representing killing part of Mikasa herself? That she has to, like, let go of that innocence in order to move on and see Aaron? Uh-huh. The blade is made to retract, and the blood is chicken's blood. That was all a trick. Mm-hmm. Like, it's a trick question, whether or not you have to choose between one or the other. Doesn't change the fact that she stabbed me. Huh. And then she's like, what was the point of all of that? But really, it is an analogy of like, so what are you going to choose? If you want to see your friend, how are you going to make this work? How is it going to happen? And are you going to have to become a murderer, even if it means, like, if the intent is there? And I feel as if Mikasa wants to be like, what is there not a third option? Can I not see Aaron again without killing anyone, right? I shouldn't have let him go that time. No matter what anyone said, no matter how much Aaron would have hated it, even if it meant turning the entire world against me, I shouldn't have let him go. I shouldn't have given up. Oh, wow. Oh, my God. So, yeah, there's the idea that she's like, I should not have let him go. I should have stood my ground. I should have said something. I shouldn't have just gone along with him. And that ties to season 4, too, because Mikasa lets Aaron just kind of, like, say what he does and do his own thing. But I'm like, girl, she's like, I should have spoken up and said my piece and how I really felt back then than just following along. Oh, look at the baby! It's a baby! And it looks like him. Oh. Her little happy face when she's like, thank God this baby's out of me. Oh my gosh. Time for you to go back. I love the use of butterflies in anime and donghua to be like messengers. And then it's raining, and then Armin. Oh. It's my fault. The plane didn't fly. We were dreaming, swept up away in the heat of the moment. And then Aaron tossed me out of the plane when it went out of control, which is a reference to Aaron tossing Armin out of the mouth of the Santa Claus Titan. He died in my place, which is going to connect back to that moment that Armin's talking to her. Uh-huh, yeah. That she's talking back at Trost. Uh-huh. Yep. A dream. Aaron, again, I've lost my family. Do I have to start all over? This world is so cruel, and yet so beautiful. Oh, and him wrapping the scarf around her, and then, yeah, the Titan. It was a good life. And then fight. Yeah, and then the whole thing with Aaron screaming for her to fight. And she's like, I'm not going to give up anymore. If I die now, I won't be able to remember you. So no matter what, I'm going to win. Yeah. And I'm going to live. No matter what I have to do, I'm going to live. If I can have one last wish come true, let me see Aaron one last time. And I feel like that translates to season 4 part 2, because Mikasa is on her way to try to find Aaron again and see him one last time. Dang. Sheena, Wall 850, Trost District. Annie. Oh! Please fall. What? Oh my God. What are you doing? Oh. What do you mean while you're peeling these potatoes? Oh, why are we shutting the door? Oh. I found it on the training grounds. You must have dropped it earlier. Like, it's for self-defense. Why would you ever need something like this? Oh, I'm asking you what you're doing walking around a dangerous little thing like this. And the ring with a face through it, it's from my father. My parents gave it to me when I left for my home. Oh, and she's gripping the knife. I have no parents. And she says, no, they weren't killed by Titans. I like that Annie instantly is like, oh, sorry, I should have said something. Like, that instantly changed things. Like, the fact that they weren't killed by Titans, it's like, oh, did they die in, like, a typhoon? Oh, no. Oh, they were killed by people. Then that makes it totally different. Like, that's the vibe that it gives, right? I just want to make sure you don't do any hand-to-hand training with Aaron with that dangerous ring on your finger. Oh, my God, yes! Oh... I rarely ever wear it. Sorry to bother you. Why are you here? Oh, why are you here training? Oh my God, Annie's like, well, shit, what do I say? Uh-huh. I have a feeling it's not because you want to live a nice life inside a safe and pleasant place. I love the knife is right there, and Annie could grab it at any moment and lunge after her, right? Others want to run because they're afraid of the Titans or they want a life of luxury. You're trying to join because you have to. That's what it looks like to me. What is it that you're carrying with you? Everyone has some baggage, right? She's like, this might be a useless little trinket, but it doesn't mean I can just throw it away. Even this was made with some purpose in mind. I can't bring myself to be heartless about something like that. No matter how trivial and forgotten that purpose might be. That's the baggage I carry with me. Huh, I pray that situation never comes. Man, what foreshadowing, right? What a moment. Oh, I love that. I'm hoping for the same thing too. I really do. Ah, and then the hands, like the hand above the light and then the fingers getting chopped off. I hope for it with all of my heart. Nice! Oh, that one was really good. I loved the Mikasa one. That one was great. That one was really good. Afterward, the characters in Attack on Titan are also captivating that I keep finding myself wanting to mess around with them. Over and over during my work, I end up doodling and playing with the cast. It was a lot of fun to work on this manga from start to finish. While it was brief, this brings Attack on Titan Lost Girls to an end. Thanks to the many help of different people, I'm planning on enjoying the world of Titan as a regular reader from now on. Thank you all! As Mr. Fuji said, all the characters in Attack on Titan are so captivating, and I personally think that quality comes from each character's soul. For example, Mikasa's fierce yet pure soul, Annie's introspective and isolated soul, and so on. As I watched the story becoming remolded into a new shape and turned into a manga, I started to think that Attack on Titan Lost Girls may be a story about the souls of these two girls who often kept to themselves. John, Connie, aren't you two supposed to be on cooking duty too? Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Oh my God, and Annie's like looking through the window like, where are you? I like that Mikasa has a fierce but pure soul and Annie is introspective and isolated. Nice. Okay. Wow, that was really, really good. I really enjoyed that a lot, honestly. Huh. Yeah, I like that a lot. That was a lot of fun. Very interesting, to say the least. But I'm really glad that I read, especially the Mikasa one, going into season 4, and the idea of her being this. I don't like the idea of. I'm a little bit against the idea of characters being like. I like the idea. Let me rephrase this properly because I feel like it's going to come off not the way I want it to. When I say I don't like characters being the saviors of other characters, what I mean is I feel like there should be some self-preservation, some self-growth where it kind of reminds me of Scott Pilgrim, where it's like self-actualization and it's like making yourself grow without having to rely on anybody else. Like, I like that kind of narrative, whereas if you're going to have the narrative of, oh, this person is going to save another person, you have to really do it right. I've seen it done wrong, where it was just like I'll save you and fix you and make you a better character. And it's like, but shouldn't that person have some responsibility within that as well? Why do you have to be the one that fixes them? Right? So that part makes me a little hesitant that if it's Mikasa being like, I have to fix him. But again, we have to get to there because I don't know what Isayama has planned. And Isayama's good with character development, so I'm going to trust him. But I thought that was interesting. I love the idea of the alternate universe where her mom had a kid and there was another kid and they lived in Shiganshina with Grisha. But of course, we can't have the happy ending because then Armin has to show up and say that Aaron's died in the plane crash. So it's still not a happy ending either. So it also bears in mind the idea that no matter what happens, Aaron's going to fall. No matter what happens, Aaron's going to be hurt. It's just a matter of time. That's terrifying. So what do we do with that? But yeah, I'm very curious now. Next week we're starting volume 23. We're starting season 4 content next week, which is, I can't believe we're already here. It's taken us a long time to get through the manga. It's been like 22 weeks. It's been great, but I'm really excited to see what's going to happen from here on in. So I'm very curious to know your reactions about this content. Obviously, I don't want spoilers for what's to come in season 4, part 3, act 1 and 2. But I am curious to know your thoughts about these Lost Girls novels. I love the artwork. The art style by Ryosuke Fuji was really, really nice. I liked their art style, especially Eren and Mikasa. The way they drew Eren and Mikasa as kids looked so good, and it was so expressive. I liked it a lot, but I'm curious to know your thoughts down below, what y'all thought about these manga, and I'm excited next week. I'm going to be looking at comments that were left over from last week. I'm finally going to get to them and then address the ones that stand out for next week's intro. So in the meantime, I hope y'all have a wonderful week. Please stay safe, take care, and yeah, I'll be back very soon with more Attack on Titan.